Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea Silvestro and welcome back to another reaction video. Feel free to check out my music, Andrea Silvestro. I'm recording stuff, and feel free to support me on Patreon if you would like, and also follow me on Instagram. And yeah, so today we are here to react to Hyang, I Will Always Love You. I know nothing about her. I was just told in my comment section to react to her, so here I am doing it for y'all. But I'm excited to watch this. This is on a Korean show, so yeah.
If I should stay, I would only be in the way, so I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way.
That was really beautiful, like that transition into that note. Really beautiful. This is very stripped down with just her singing. Crazy that you can also hear like the wind, so you know it's live. I mean, we all knew it was live anyways, but crazy how she is like building so much emotion with just her voice and that alone so far. I'm excited to see where this goes. I really loved like that last section that we listened to, like the way that she bled into that note was just so pretty, like breathtaking.
The way.
So good. Sorry.
And
wow, her voice is so pure and stunning, like stunning. This is definitely one of those songs where if you don't nail it, you're kind of embarrassing yourself, because I Will Always Love You is such a difficult song to sing, such a classic, so you definitely have to be in a world-class kind of category, I feel, to really attempt it. I just feel like if you can't nail it, it's always kind of a bad look, but she is bringing like a different level of emotion to it. I feel like her voice just sounds like more fragile and more delicate and just chilling instead of like insanely powerful right now, because I think she's starting it like that. I believe we're probably going to get into like a more powerful moment, but right now I'm loving just like the delicateness, the really smart use of dynamics as well, because she's hitting these notes, but that takes a lot of air, takes a lot of, precision as a vocalist. And she's still maintaining like that really like, it's still very quiet, which is really impressive. And I really love how quiet she's remaining, because I always love like a more softer vocalist. I think that it, sounds really beautiful. It's like more delicate. And I always like that in a vocalist. So I'm really loving this intro so far. She's absolutely amazing. And I love like this interpretation of just keeping it really soft and really like gentle. Let's continue.
Always love you.
And you even hear like that vibrato that's very, very controlled and very balanced. And then she transitions out of it with like a little run, and then we're about to get into this part. So good. And like she even kind of got louder in that moment, but it was still like very controlled, very gentle and quiet.
You, darling, I love you. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah, I kind of, as I assumed she was going to get more powerful, but like she selects her moments to kind of let that really strong belt come out, because even throughout like that transition, you could tell sometimes she was choosing to like have it be more in her head, more delicate, more quiet. And then she chooses these moments to also belt. And I just think it's great how she's doing a mix of both. I really think it adds a lot to this performance. And it's not just always powerful in your face. And I think that honestly shows more technique to me. It shows more like an expert level of composing, where she's able to kind of take it so many different places, and also she's able to like build the track but also use dynamics in a way that don't make it feel too stagnant or boring. I feel like it always kind of keeps you guessing about where she's going to go next, and I think she's just really good at how she's deciding to compose this song and kind of take it in different directions. Like I feel like we can go back and maybe listen to a little bit. So good. That did not actually explain what I was trying to explain, but well, let me go back again. Yeah, I really wanted to just showcase what I mean by that. Let me just go back here.
So I'm taking with me.
Like she's waiting to release like that really powerful belt. She's starting in like, that is all. And then she hits you with that belt at the end. And I feel like she's just doing this. She's just showing different parts of her voice. And I feel like it's just adding more texture to this cover, where it's not just like all in her head, all belted. I really like how she's transitioning between the two. But we'll continue.
So goodbye.
Like even there, like super delicate, super.
Please don't cry.
Please don't cry. And then we get into.
We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Oh, I love that. So that was very improvised. I love, one of my favorite things is I love when vocalists voice break a little bit, because I feel like it adds that level of just, emotion that I think that I like. I kind of love when like a voice breaks a little bit, or even intentionally breaks. Like you heard it at the top of that. I don't know if that was probably intentional, but I love that sound because I think it just adds so much. And I don't always love when it's super, super clean. It's like nice to have like that little bit of human element. And I just loved that. So that was very like improvisational, very impressive as well. But she's definitely showcasing a lot of aspects of her voice. Let's continue. I love how everyone else around her is shocked, because honestly I would be too. She's can sing anything. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her smiling. Did you see like that seamless transition from all of that, the vocal heights to just this like more controlled, gentle verse. Crazy.
And I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. 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 I will always love you.
This guy's killing me this whole performance. He's like, dang, she's so good. He's always like,
Darling, I love you.
okay, I feel like I need to stop for 1 second. And I want, because I'm copyright, guys, I have to stop. I can't just like listen to this the whole way through. I also want to go back and kind of like break down a little bit of what happened, because a lot happened. And I think there's a lot to comment on. Crazy. I feel like at that last bit that we just listened to, her voice sounded, there was definitely more vibrato. We heard like there was just a stronger vibrato instead of like the slight vibrato that we started with, and it was like a different texture of belts. Like it felt more powerful, and it felt like her voice was just more open, just how she was singing, and definitely like louder, stronger, more powerful. And it was like a different genre of belt, in my personal opinion, which also made it sound a lot different, which I think kept it more interesting instead of kind of showing us that earlier and just copying and pasting it. I think that she's taking us to different textures in her voice, which I think makes the performance more interesting. It helps build it. It helps just like keep you engaged as well. And then she's ending it very quietly at the end, and I really love her higher register, like the her like softer notes as well, like not just her belting. I think that's like my favorite part of her voice so far, but let's continue.
Darling, I love you. I will always love you.
So good. I just love her vibrato. It was very tasteful at the end. I really love that part of her voice. I'm also like the girl who loves the delicate soft queens, so that's just my like vocal preference usually, but she can do it all. Dang, she's so incredible. I wanted to go back and like kind of comment about things that she was doing just to kind of like provide more context, because I wanted to listen to the whole thing fully, but I also did want to talk about what she's doing, the things I'm noticing, because I feel like as a female vocalist who has heard a lot of people sing this song, I feel like I've gotten better at knowing what I think works, what I think doesn't. But I think that this is a really great performance of it. Starting off with like just her at the very beginning was bold choice, because it's really like when you strip all the instruments behind you, you're left with just your vocals. It's such a test to see like how talented of a vocalist you are. And I think that also I liked being able to hear her voice very raw at the very beginning. So moving on. And also, who is this man that's next to her on the right? Because he was like her biggest fangirl, because every time she would sing anything, he was here for it, and I loved him. His facial expressions were kind of taking away from the emotion for me at times, because I was like, this is hilarious, because he's seriously loving it. But honestly, I'd be the same way. He was like, yeah, it was just funny. But yeah, I just wanted to comment on some things.
and I wish you joy.
Like, even the way she sings joy and happiness at this point, it's just like a different kind of texture in her voice. It just sounds more open, and you can even tell with her voice, just her mouth being like more wide open. And I think also there's just more air and like more intensity in these words because she's, you know, highlighting them in the lyrics. So that's something that stuck out to me as just, you know, different textures of her voice.
And happiness, but above
all this, like, it's kind of more like that instead of like, but above all this, but above all this. It's more open, which is something that I noticed like in just this section of the song.
Wish you love.
I feel like I do this too sometimes, where my voice will align with my physical motions, and like, ha ha, you know. Let's continue. And we hear that vibrato. It's so hard to pause in the middle because I'm not trying to like annoy people in the middle of the phrase, but you can even hear like that really slight falsetto, slight vibrato on her like falsetto and like her higher notes, like to kind of maintain that pitch, but it's very slight. But then when she's in that more like full power, you hear it a lot, like the vibrato in that moment, which is definitely like more, you hear it more than earlier in the song, and I think that's always intentional. It's kind of, you know, more powerful, more vibrato. But it's interesting how you can see how elements such as vibrato really definitely differentiate how the belt sounds, and how like different belts can sound so different, especially even from the same vocalist. Like the way you attack certain notes, like the way that you're, you know, hitting them, how much air, like how much vibrato, etc. So it's just interesting to kind of look at that and understand that and like listen for it, you know, just the different ways that vocalists will attack the same song within to create, you know, different texture, etc. So yeah, like this man, I'm dead.
Darling, I love you. I will always love.
I love that. It's something I also want to. I loved like the way love. It's just such like an easy variation. I will always love you. Always. I just loved.
Always love.
I just think that sounds so peaceful, and like I love the note selections. I don't know, that's just, sometimes I just love when certain things sound, even if they're super simple, I just love like the upward motion and that a little bit. So pure, so Disney princess at the very end. Yeah, it's like, do you see how like do you hear the difference? Like, you know, I don't know if you hear the difference, but one of them has like more vibrato and the other one is just quieter but more controlled. She just has a really expert use of dynamics, and I think that really expert level singers do have that. I don't know if like I made this mic like freak out when I did that. I tried to step away, but yeah, it's interesting, right? How the same note, the same attack, the same like pitch can sound so different, just how you approach it and how you physically sing and like use different techniques to produce those notes. So interesting. She's next level. She's really talented. I loved this. I Will Always Love You. Really good version of it. I think she killed it. I would love to listen to more of her because I've heard a lot about her. She's a really great vocalist, and I think everyone else was floored to hear this because like this live is insane, and the fact that she sounded this solid, crazy vocalist. I really want to listen to her more, and I love her voice. It's just so pure but so beautiful, so powerful. She does it all. Yeah, this was just super emotional, to be honest. I would love to hear more of her emotional covers. Please let me know what else I should watch. If you have any questions or if you have any feedback, if you have any questions or you want to listen to my music, feel free. I'll link it below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what else I should watch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
And this city's never had something for me, as you know from all of my stories.